Hello folks, in this video I'm going to show you how to do an oil replacement, oil change for a 2010 Audi Q5. This happens to be a Prestige 3.0 V6. I've actually done this once before, but I forgot how I did it, so I figured I would do this video so that I could watch it myself for the next time and also share it with you guys since I haven't seen really any videos out there on YouTube about this. Okay, tools needed and supplies are filter, obviously, which is an HU722Z. I purchased this off of either eBay or Amazon, one of those two. It comes with the right gasket for the top of the housing, as well as the filter on the bottom itself. There are some instructions here that describe how to put these O-rings in there. I also purchased some washers, which were not easy to find, so I probably paid way too much for these, but I believe there's 10 or 20 or of them in here, so I'll have them for a while. I purchased the removal tool for the oil filter housing, and again, that is described in here as well. To remove the plug underneath, you will need the plug looks like this. You will need a 6mm wrench right there, and then a T20 to remove all of the screws for the bottom cover. The oil is filter is located, this snaps right off, is located right here. So that's what that tool is for there. And as you know, there is no dipstick in the Q5. I don't know about later models, but in this 2010 it doesn't have one. You can only read the oil level from the MMI screen. So the manual says 6.6 quarts. So I have pre-measured. I have my 5-quart container right here, and then I pre-measured 1.6 quarts in the other container right there. Finally, in terms of the oil itself, the manual says 5W40 synthetic. I could not easily find that locally, so the manual does also say that 0W40 full synthetic motor oil works as well, as long as it follows these A3, B4 standards here. So these are all the supplies, and I am going to now remove the bottom cover right here. There are screws all the way around the bumper, so those have to be come off. I think those are quarter turns, so I don't remember exactly, so don't go at it trying to strip them there, but this comes off easily all the way back to this joint right here, so that piece of the bottom cover stays on. This whole front piece comes off. Okay, so the cover is off, and what it turned out is that all of the front screws are they screw out completely, they unscrew completely, and versus the ones that are here are quarter turn type, but they do come off, and versus the ones in the back are also quarter turn, but they don't come off, so they have these rubber washers there that prevent them from falling out. That is because, I remember now, to put this back is not that easy. However, having those in the back, they're already there, it's easy enough because they're already in place, and once the first one in the center there, it's in, then the cover stays up. And obviously, you know, you're doing this crawling on your back. So basically, the front tabs here go underneath the bumper right there, and so you put it up, it goes in like this, and then you lift the back, put one screw in, and now the cover stays, and you can do all the other screws. So it turns out that it's actually pretty well engineered. Okay, so I'm gonna find the plug now and show that to you. Okay, so the plug is right here, pretty easy to spot. It's right there, and again, that comes off, and there is a washer in the back. This is the oil pan, and so All the other components are right there. Do a quick inspection. Everything looks good, so I'm gonna go and drain the oil. Okay, so the plug is out. The oil is draining. I don't know if you can see it here, but I actually remember now that I replaced this last time. I don't know why I won't focus, with a magnetic tip plug. So I inspected the top there. There is no metal shavings, which is a good thing. And I'm going to clean it up, take that washer out, and go from there. Okay, so to get the oil to flow nicely, you should open the cap at the top here. And made a mess under here, but oil is basically drained. By the way, the bolt size is a 19 millimeter. Okay, so that is a good size. Okay, so while the oil finishes to drain, I'm gonna crack open the oil filter. So I put a rag there to prevent any extra spillage there, and I'm just gonna there. Wrench is nice because this housing is not exactly very strong, so prevents any issues. Right, so you can see there's oil that's going to come out, so I need to be able to flip this over real quick is what I need to do. There. So there's the old oil filter with O-rings that go inside this this cap. I'll put this here for now. So one O-ring is actually right here. I'm just gonna put in a screwdriver, which is dirty. Don't do that. And pluck that out. And that goes right in that groove right there. The new one, which is included with the oil filter, should be oiled first and then reinserted there. Shouldn't need to use any tools actually. Okay, so while the oil continues to drain, it's draining very slowly. I know I should have warmed up the engine just a tad initially so that it could have flowed much better, but I didn't, but no big deal. So in the meantime, I'm going to go about cleaning everything up and preparing the filter to be reinserted. Again, the O-ring came off from here, and I'm going to oil that up and put that back in. The instructions that came with the filter does say how to put the O-rings back in, specifically the one that's inside the filter housing. So as you can see, it has this little tab over here that is made so that you can use a pair of needle nose pliers to pull the old one out, which is sitting about midway there inside the cup. And when you put the new one back in, obviously it needs to go with the tab up, and it should be oiled with brand new oil, obviously, before you put it in, and then just use your fingers to kind of work it into the seat. Don't be afraid to get dirty. Again, the plug is right here with the new crush washer, which happens to be a brass crush washer. And this is what the cup looks like without the filter, and the old O-ring is still in there. Obviously these images are very dark, so you're not going to see much, but this should give you an idea of what this looks like. So the plug is in underneath. Oil is fully drained, plug is in with its crush washer, the filter is in. One thing I want to point out, hopefully you can see this little tab over here. There's a little notch on the filter itself, on the filter housing right there, and then there is a little tab over here that is part of the assembly here on the engine itself. So this should be tightened just enough so that on the very last notch it just touches this guy right here, and it just passes the tab so that it's locked in place. Doesn't need to be extremely tight. So now it's time to refill with the 6.6 quarts exactly, and then take it for a ride, let it warm up, shut off the engine, wait 2 minutes, turn it back on, and then you can check in the MMI the oil level, and it should be right at the top. Okay, so the final step is to reset the service indicator. Again, if you go into the oil level now, I just turned the car on, it's still hasn't warmed up quite yet, but if you go into the oil level, it will tell you that the information is not available. So once the car is warmed up, shut it off, wait a few minutes, turn it back on, and this will be available. So to reset the service indicator, you go to the service interval display, and it'll tell me that the oil is due for 50 days already, so I was past due, and this allows you to reset the oil change interval, and you can do that here. However, this does not reset the service interval for the inspection rather. So you would reset this one, but it doesn't reset that one. So I will show you that one right there just to show you. Oops, sorry. Yes, oil change interval is being reset, and it's done. So now I'm back up to 365 days or 10,000 miles for the oil change, but inspection is still due. So that is the annoying thing about the Audis. So I have a tool made by a company called Carista, and this allows you to reset the service indicator. In fact, you can reset the service indicator as well as the parking brake if you wanted to do your rear pad replacements, which I did do before, and I have a video on my channel, Scrap Metal Works, on how to do that as well. So I'm going to go into service indicator reset. I'm going to hit reset. I'm not sure if that's going to show it right there. Okay, it's done, and there it is. Now the inspection is being reset. It has been reset as well. This one is done. You successfully reset, and now everybody's happy. So that's it. Oil change done. Indicator reset, and the car seems to be happy. I am going to double check the oil level, but that should be good. I will try to shut it off and turn it back on and see if that shows up for you. I didn't wait 2 minutes, so it still says that. So anyways, it's done and happy, and try it. It's easy. Just make sure that you pre-measure the oil. That's the only thing. Other than that, do it slowly and carefully, and everything will work out. Have fun.